10 rappers with the worst drug habits. While some superstars are able to overcome addiction and clean up their acts quietly and swiftly, others take years of struggling with drug or alcohol abuse, career-threatening moments including arrests, and near-death experiences. More than 23 million Americans aged 12 or older, or 9.2% of the population, has used an illicit drug, according to the most recent 2012 data from the National Institute on Drug Abuse. And we've lost some great artists along the way, such as Amy Winehouse, Jimi Hendrix, and Michael Jackson, to name a few, due to addiction. So here are the top 10 rappers with the worst drug habits, brought to you by I Need Money. And just before we begin, don't forget to hit the red button below this video to subscribe and the bell button to get notified of our new videos. Let's get rolling. Lil Wayne. We sure know a thing or two about lean, and how the New Orleans rapper has been sipping and spitting about purple drank for years. He first came out about his addiction in 2008, but rumors of the toll it takes on his life continue into 2013. When he landed in a coma after suffering from several seizures a few months ago, everyone pointed at drugs as the cause, though Wayne claims to have suffered from epileptic seizures his whole life. Kid Cudi. This 31-year-old indie rapper from Cleveland says he turned to cocaine and alcohol to cope with the pressures of his rapid rise to fame. But Cudi kicked his addictions without clinical help. Though he doesn't specify when he says, "I stopped everything cold turkey, I didn't go to rehab, I don't believe in these things," his reasons for quitting were, "For me, for my health, for my daughter, for my family." His drug use had previously been out of control, as he would use cocaine in an attempt to get through his busy schedule, but he quit in June 2010 after being arrested for criminal mischief and possession. Eminem. Marshall Mathers' drug addiction wasn't really a surprise, considering the regularity with which he rapped about Vicodin and all manners of legal and illegal substances. His music suffered and he almost died. That was the wake-up call. He lets the story loose in this incredible interview from the documentary How to Make Money Selling Drugs, and it hits home as a dark reminder of how serious these funny rhymes about drugs can actually be. M has since beaten his addiction and pumped his skills back up. We're glad one of the greatest is still with us. T.I. Eminem actually helped another famous rapper, T.I., beat his own addiction. The King of the South got hooked on Oxycontin and hydrocodone after a series of major dental surgeries. He abused the pills, combining them with alcohol to kill his emotions and physical pains. And before T.I. knew it, he was out of control. He was caught with drugs by police and admitted his addiction problems in an interview with Vibe. Eminem helped him learn to accept his addiction, the first step to recovery. Thankfully, T.I. seems to be doing much better these days. Vanilla Ice. This South Florida boy's had to struggle with more than just some ice, baby. Vanilla was feeling way down after a shameful exit from the spotlight, and in the mid-90s, he turned to ecstasy, coke, and heroin. Ice actually tried to kill himself with a heroin overdose in '94, but his friends found him and saved his life. He kicked the habit, and now he's a successful home flipper right here in South Florida. He even has his own TV show on the DIY network. That's a happy ending for sure. Flava Flav. Do you know who else beat addiction and got his own TV show? Flava Flav! Yeah, that's right. Not that he's totally out of the red zone. He recently had to close down a bunch of fast food chicken restaurants, but at least he's no longer battling an addiction to crack. In the early 90s, Flav bought some flack from his fellow Public Enemy members for showing up late to shows, but they didn't even know the real problem. He eventually checked himself into the Betty Ford Clinic and, found love in one form or another on VH1. Now he's back on the road with his pals and bringing the hype to the stage without any serious drug problems. ODB. Oh Dirty Bastard was one of the greatest voices in hip-hop, but unfortunately he was high most moments of his life, and in the end his substance abuse was his undoing. The beloved but troubled rapper died of a fatal mixture of cocaine and the prescription drug Tramadol in 2004. It is rumored that his drug abuse was some kind of self-medication for mental instability, but whatever the case, his powers on the mic are dearly missed. No hologram can fill the void that he left. Pimp C. He was a southern hip-hop icon, and he lived the life he rapped about. A founding member of the UGK, Pimp C helped pave the way for the Dirty South Revolution, and he gave some of its trillest tracks. But his reign was cut short when addiction got the best of him. Pip was found dead in his hotel room in 2007, and autopsy reports showed a mix of promethazine and codeine, two of the main ingredients in cough syrup, which proved deadly when combined with the rapper's pre-existing sleep apnea condition. Lil Peep. On November 15, 2017, the world lost another star to the opioid epidemic. Lil Peep, an emerging rapper in the post-emo hip-hop arena, was just 21 years old when he accidentally overdosed on a lethal combination of prescription and illicit drugs. The Pima County Medical Examiner confirmed that Lil Peep's death was caused by the combined toxic effects of fentanyl and alprazolam, the generic form of the anti-anxiety medication Xanax. It is well known that combining fentanyl and Xanax can lead to respiratory depression, coma, and death. Family, friends, and fans worldwide were shocked by the news. While it's no secret that Lil Peep had his fair share of recreational drug use, no one expected this beloved star to dabble with the truly toxic stuff, to combine drugs that are known to have deadly effects, to exceed his limits, and take too much. Chris Kelly. You guessed it, one more sad rap overdose story. Chris Kelly, better known as Mac Daddy of 90s Kid Hop crew Criss Cross, had a hard time after puberty. He turned to drugs to kill the pain of forever being remembered as a child star, so we must assume, even though the crew was getting back on the road, it wasn't enough excitement to save him. The 34-year-old was found dead of a cocaine and heroin overdose in his Atlanta home earlier this year. Know anyone suffering the same fate from drug addiction? Whether they frequented the red carpet like these famous drug addicts from Pennsylvania or never left the state, if they struggle with drugs or alcohol, there is no shame in getting professional help. They too can be helped. So make sure you give this video a like, thumbs up, and share it with those who need to see this. Peace.